Hello and welcome to the International Relations Syllabus talk for the Spring 2024 semester. My name is Jonathan Parker. I'm your instructor. Now, the reason I'm making this video is not so you have to listen to this talk twice, but I've been at this long enough that I know that there are going to be 2 or 3 people that register after the first day, and there will definitely be at least one person who is absent on the first day of the semester. So instead of having to go through this 15 times with 15 different people, I'm just going to make this and refer them to the Canvas site. I will say before we get into any of the content of the syllabus that there is a syllabus quiz that if you are watching this video you have not taken. So you need to come see me and get a paper copy of that and take it as soon as possible, because it is worth points and it will hopefully help your grade, because it should be easy. All right, so you are in International Relations, section 1486 on Monday, Wednesday, 1:30 to 2:45 p.m. Here is my email address. Now, this is a problem. It shouldn't be, but I get all sorts of accusations that I don't answer emails, that I'm unresponsive. This is not true. I ask students where they sent their email to, and they'll tell me with all the confidence in the world, JOHNATHAN. I say, I don't know who that guy is, but it isn't me. Don't misspell my name. My name's right here. It's on your eServices site too. If you send it to jonathan.parker@icc.edu and spell it in the right way, I will get your email and I will respond to it. So, I share room 216C with other adjunct faculty members. I say that, but some semesters I don't see anybody at all. Others, the room's crowded, so we'll see how this goes. If you need help, please do not hesitate to stop by during my office hours, which are Monday and Wednesday from 11:45 to 1:30, which is just before our class, and on Tuesday for a half hour after my Modern Western Civilization class, 11:45 to 12:15. Other office hours by appointment. I'm willing, eager, even to schedule something virtually if that's what you need, if you need some extra help. Please talk to me to coordinate a meeting if you wish to exercise this option. I will accommodate you if we can find a mutually agreeable time to meet. Keep in mind, I do have a life too and a schedule outside of ICC. So, we may need to compare schedules for a little bit before we find a time. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns during the semester, reach out. Please reach out. Many students have, not many, but a few, have said, I've been so confused all semester. I don't know what you're talking about. What is this? What's going on here? And it's like, why? You should say something before it gets to that point. All right. Reach out if you need help. I can't read your mind. I don't know if you're struggling unless you tell me. You need to tell me. I'm not mean. I'm not an angry person. I'm not going to bite your head off. If you tell me, I can help you. People have said I'm actually quite nice. So I'm approachable. I'm willing to help. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to hold these virtual office hours if that's what is needed to help you succeed. I want you to succeed. We don't get into teaching so we can fail students and kick them out before the end of the semester. That's not why we get into teaching. But you have to help me help you. All right? I am available by email otherwise, and will endeavor to get back to you within 1 business day of your inquiry. So like an example, an email sent on Monday will be answered by Tuesday at the latest. An email sent on Friday, on the other hand, will be answered by the following Monday. The general information here you can get through on your own. Course level you can get through on your own. All right. Materials of instruction. hold the phone for just a moment. This is the class textbook, Henry Arnell, Perspective on International Relations. It's about a $3 purchase used on Amazon. We will read most of this book in the back half of the semester. So Legacy of Ashes, The History of the CIA, Tim Weiner. Please get it. You will read this. All right. And handouts provided by the instructor. Heads up, I like to kill trees, so plan on more than a few handouts. Course policies, again, if you need to get a hold of me outside of class, your best bet is the email, okay? And make sure it's JONATHAN. That is my first name. I will try to respond to all emails within 24 hours. I have a 2-year-old. Sometimes that's not possible. Please don't crucify me if it's 25 hours. I will not answer an email sent on Saturday or Sunday until the following Monday. Plan accordingly. So just as a side note here, and this became an issue last semester, really, that I felt I needed to put this in the syllabus. Emails you send to me should be addressed to Mr. Parker. Over the last few semesters, students who tried to get really chummy with me, I've gotten a lot of emails starting with Jonathan, even one with Hey Pal. Another was addressed to Dear Jonathan Parker at icc.edu. I don't know who's teaching students that they start off an email by saying, hey, it made no sense to me. Use of my first name is disrespectful. Do not refer to me by my first name. I don't even insist on Mr., but if you just say, hey, Parker, great. But not my first name. Assignment submissions, unless otherwise specified, I will not accept any electronic forms of anything. Everything you hand in must be a hard copy that you print out and bring to class. If you're sick, email me to let me know that you were ill, when you were able, and someone who's been sick a lot these last years, I know you're not always able to right away. But when you're able, let me know, and just bring a hard copy in the next time you attend class. There should never be an instance when you are emailing me any assignment. Please don't. They tend to get lost if they come into my email, so just don't. You've got fair warning there. I've gotten emails in the past stating something to the effect of, I can't come to class because I need to study for a test I have later. I'll turn in my work next class. No, you won't. If anything, learn how to lie a little better. Okay. But that, again, it's just disrespectful. It's just telling me that someone else's class is more important to you than mine. And it just hurts my feelings. No. But, would you tell your boss at your job something like that? I don't think you would. Don't tell me. Pretend I'm your boss from 1:30 to 2:45 on Mondays and Wednesdays. All right? Academic citation etiquette. I won't read this whole thing. Just suffice it to say, if you're using an idea that is not your own, cite it. All right? Acknowledging other people's ideas is very, very, very important. Do it. Please. You need a bibliography at the end of your written assignments. We will use the latest MLA format for bibliographies and inline citations for the class. Use the template in the following link to construct your bibliography. You don't have to use this one. This is just what was popular when I was in undergrad and grad school a million years ago. There are many, many, many citation generators out there. EasyBib.com. You have to view an ad now to get a citation for free. It still works. Still works well. Inline citations are also expected in any writing assignments that you turn in where you have used outside sources. Inline citations Okay, so think of, let's just do an example. Let's see, Vladimir Putin is the president of the Russian Federation. Okay. And let's pretend I wrote that in a book. There. Inline citation. Inline citations are also expected in any writing assignments that you turn in where you have used outside sources. So tell me where you're getting the information in the paper. All right, if you have a bibliography with 12 sources, say, and you might, I don't know what's coming from where, so you got to spell it out for me. General guideline. If you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, just cite it. I've never taken off points because something is cited too much. I might circle it and say, hey, you didn't need to cite it this much, but you will never have any point deductions because you've cited something too much. Not going to happen. I'd rather you be overly cautious than reckless and run into the realm of plagiarism. Just don't take chances with your grade. If you don't know whether something needs to be cited, just cite it. I have had disagreements all throughout my time in academia, in my undergraduate, graduate, teaching here, with colleagues, etc., but I still stand by my belief that Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Anybody can get on there and write or edit any article they want. That, to me, does not smack of, academic excellence. So don't cite Wikipedia in any work that you do. It will negatively impact your grade. Well, how will it negatively impact my grade, Mr. Parker? I hear you ask. Do it and find out, is how I would respond. All right, now we verge into the realm of misconduct and plagiarism. I have considerable latitude here. Visit page 24 of the Student Rights and Responsibilities Handbook. It says this: based on the severity of the offense, the instructor may recommend failure for an assignment or failure for the course. Multiple instances of academic misconduct could include sanctions up to dismissal from the college. I have never had to go up to failure for the course. If somebody has chosen to plagiarize, they've normally learned their lesson that failure for an assignment. That one I've done quite a bit. Other types of plagiarism include copying or obtaining information from another student, contracting for original work with a third party, and generating or revising assignments with the aid of artificial intelligence tools that were not expressly authorized by the instructor. And just to spell it out for you, the use of AI is strictly prohibited under all circumstances in this course. I am never going to okay the use of artificial intelligence. It's just never going to happen. Do your own work with your own brain. I know it's going out of style, but as long as you're in my class, you're going to use your own brain. All right? And as I said, it's been an issue every semester I've taught here: academic misconduct, plagiarism, all sorts of stuff. The first time I catch you plagiarizing, and this includes the use of artificial intelligence, I will give you a 0 for whatever assignment you've plagiarized, no opportunity to redo it. And this includes any major writing assignment. I don't care if it's 1 point or 100. You're failing, you're not redoing it. The second time I catch you plagiarizing, I will fail you for the course. And as I said, I've never had to get there because the people have usually learned their lesson with the 0 for whatever assignment they initially plagiarized on. No exceptions will be made. So, late submissions, as a rule, I do not accept late work. However, circumstances sometimes do occur that might prevent you from turning something in on time. If a circumstance like an illness or death does occur, make sure you talk to me. Make sure that you have proof of what happened, said happened. I'd like to take students' word for it, but I've just been lied to way too much. So just have proof that what you're telling me happened. I wish it didn't have to be that way, but there you go. If you come to me with an excuse like I went to a Taylor Swift concert last night or I had other homework to do, you're not going to be turning anything in. I had a student tell me that they went to a Chris Brown concert, and she thought that that was a good enough reason to turn in her late homework. This was some years ago, but I said, no. So we have the standard 10-point grading scale. I'll let you get through the methods of presentation on your own. The attendance policy. Students are expected to attend class each week. Attendance is defined as completing classwork, doing homework assignments, as well as attending lectures. There is a 100-point grade attached to you showing up to class to encourage attendance. There will be a binder in the front of the room. You'll see it. It'll be very plainly out there with an attendance sheet. Everybody's name will be on it. You just initial next to your name. It's your responsibility to sign in at the beginning of each class. This is for reporting purposes when the college asks me to mark who the never attenders and non-attenders are. If you do not sign in for a class, you are not present. There are, I think, close to 100 of you as of the making of this video. So, am I going to remember that you, whoever you are that's watching this right now, or it was in my class on any given day? No, I'm not. I will, however, if you've signed in, and I can look and say, oh, he, she was there. But if you do not sign in for a class, you are not present, and there's nothing I can really do about it. When it comes time for me to determine attendance, I will look at the binder to see when the last time you came to class was, and I'll look at Canvas to see what assignments you have turned in. You cannot miss both lectures and not turn in homework and expect to stay in and succeed in the course. You just can't do it. The college handbook states that 5% of classes missed during a semester constitutes an excessive number of absences for a class and may merit being dropped. And that's only 1 week of classes. So that's a Monday and a Wednesday, and the college handbook says that's excessive. But it's the guideline I will use when determining non- and never attenders. I've had to drop students for excessive absences and would not like to have to repeat the practice. Again, you don't get into education to make students' lives harder by dropping them from classes or failing them. But if you don't turn in grades, if you don't show up, you don't leave your instructors much of a choice. So come to class. And the takeaway here, keep an open line of communication with me, and you're going to be fine. You'll learn something from the class. You might even enjoy yourself. Stranger things have happened in college than a student learning something or enjoying lectures and learning something from a class. So here's what you really care about. 100 points for attendance, classwork, and homework is assigned. You'll get at least 100 points of that, but probably more. Test 1 will be 100 points. There will be summaries of assigned readings. We'll get into that when the semester starts. 10 points each. Quizzes over Legacy of Ashes, 10 points each. Midterm, 100 points. The final is 20% of your grade. This is a lower point class than what I usually run, so a 10-point assignment very well could be the difference between an A and a B. So if you need more encouragement to do your homework, there it is. All right, spring break, the 11th, the 15th of March, and the last day of class is Monday, May 6th. Notice here it is not the responsibility of Mr. Parker to chase you down to make sure you're keeping up with your work. I have a lot of other things I need to do. If you miss a class, you must ask me or a classmate what, if anything, you missed. If you choose not to do this, don't be surprised if you start seeing a lot of zeros on Canvas. All right. And I realize that the material we cover in this class is new to many of you. I am more interested in you paying attention in class and participating in our discussions than worrying about the next test or quiz. As such, all tests or quizzes given in this class will be take-home. and you'll get them at least 1 week before they're due. I try to do 2. Sometimes that hasn't quite worked out. Makeup exams will not be offered with the exception of a family emergency or a medical condition. Appropriate documentation that can be verified must be provided. And again, I hate that I have to do that. I've just been lied to so much over the years that I kind of have to ask at this point. So I'll let you get through the course content on your own. Final exam. Sometimes I like to do other things with this class other than a sit down. Here's a test. All right, you fill it out. Final. So that's why I'm saying TBA. We'll talk about that as the semester progresses and we get closer to the end. So the instructor reserves the right to add or subtract from this syllabus if there is a need to do so. He will usually seek the advice and consent of the class before a change is made. But if not, we'll notify them with ample time if any changes via Canvas and the email service. Just know that I've never added work to a syllabus. I've only taken it away. I don't anticipate this semester being different. So that is it. And again, just to remind you, there is a syllabus quiz that is paper and pen. So if you're watching this video because you're a late registrant or you haven't come yet or whatever, see me for a quiz. All right. And that is it, I think. So I will see you in class.